Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this September the 30th, last day of September 2025. I hope everybody had a great Tuesday out there so far. Everybody had a great Tuesday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the tropics and also a portion of the lower 48. And we're going to start off with Humberto, which will be dying off in the next couple of days. Should become just a remnant low. Imelda, that is located right here off the southeast coast, will continue to follow in Humberto's footstep, affect Bermuda. We have hurricane warnings there already for you guys out there in that island. Category 2 storm expected to hit your area, and then continue on off into the north central tropical Atlantic over here around the portion of the Azores Islands up here. You see this tropical wave right here? Looks like we need to monitor that because like it's trying to get its act together, but slowly but surely. But we may need to monitor that. Got a few little tropical waves off the African coast, but it looks like that's kind of slowing up. We're still concerned about something maybe popping here in the northwestern areas of the Caribbean, also maybe down in the Gulf. Something still could form also in the Gulf and also down here in the Caribbean. So we'll continue to monitor that over the next few weeks and see what happens. Alright, scattered activity over South America, Central America, more activity in the Eastern Pacific, a little bit across Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula. You can see some activity from Louisiana up towards Minnesota and Wisconsin, and a little bit of activity out in the Colorado region, also toward Wyoming and Montana areas as well. Alright, let's move on to the forecast cone from Humberto. We're going to be soon discontinuing any advisories on it. You can see this is the wind field. You can see it's a pretty large storm. Well, bigger area of tropical storm force winds. You can see here the hurricane force winds here. Right now it has 80 miles an hour winds, but that will continue to drop off. And we'll show you that in the intensity guidance. We ain't going to show you no spaghetti model because the National Hurricane Center is just issuing just a short distance by 2 p.m. Wednesday. Should be a remnant low, and we should be disregarding any more advisories for this system. But if you're tracking it at home, it's located near latitude 34.0 north, longitude 69.5 west. Maximum sustained winds are near 80 miles an hour with higher gusts. Moving to the north at 17 miles an hour. Classified as a hurricane with winds of 74 to 110 miles an hour. Alright, now let's take a look at we're going to take a look at the intensity guided. You can see right now it has about 65 knot winds. We go up to 80 miles an hour. Should be continue to drop. The 11 p.m. advisory should be down to maybe about 75 miles an hour, and then eventually it should drop off from there. But you can see it still remains a hurricane, and then most of the model takes into a tropical storm and then kind of dissipates it after that. So alrighty, so we can say goodbye to Humberto. Alright, here's a look at Imelda. You can see at 5 p.m. here's the tropical storm force winds, hurricane force winds behind the X. It also had winds of 85 miles an hour. It's going to remain a hurricane category 2 all the way through about 2 p.m. Thursday. Become a post-tropical hurricane by 2 a.m. Friday, and then just a post-tropical storm up here by 2 p.m. Sunday over the north central tropical Atlantic. Here are the Azores here. You can see continue to race away after that. So we should, by this weekend, the tropics should be back to nothing in the tropics for a little while. Alright, if you're tracking this system at home, it's located near latitude 29.4 north, longitude 75.5 west. Maximum sustained winds are near 85 miles an hour with higher gusts. Moving into the east-northeast at 12 miles an hour. Classified as a hurricane, winds of 74 to 110 miles an hour. There's that hurricane warning for you guys in Bermuda because the center of the storm is going to pass right over Bermuda. Would not be surprised this thing could reach a category 3 as it continues to head toward Bermuda or maybe past Bermuda. We will continue to watch that as well. Alright, here's the intensity guidance. 75 knot winds equal to 85 miles an hour. You can see all the way up to category 2. There's a few takes into a category 3, low end grade. Category 3 would not be surprised to see that. And then eventually a sharp decline as it moves over to colder water, back to a category 1, tropical storm, and then back into a tropical depression according to some of the models, are about 96 to 132 hours out, or maybe 144 hours out during that time range. Could even be a little quicker, depends on how much cool water it gets into to kind of get rid of the system. Alright, well, that's your tropical update. Let's take a look at your local forecast. Come back to the lower 48. Yeah, but if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue getting the show on the road there, folks. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and thank you for your subscribe to my forecast channel. Alright, got some shower activity up here around New Brunswick. Here goes Imelda approaching Bermuda. Thunderstorms and showers on the coastal areas of the Outer Banks of North Carolina, South Carolina coastal area down to the Florida Keys, the Northern Gulf, straight into Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Western North Carolina, Arkansas to Missouri. Some shower and thunderstorm activity, thunderstorm and shower activity over northwestern Mexico. More up here through the Dakotas, Minnesota, South Canada, also over toward Lake Superior, also North Dakota, Montana to Wyoming, also Washington State, also toward California, coastal areas, southwestern Canada. Got some shower activity over portions of southwestern areas of South Dakota, Nebraska and Kansas, North Texas, one little area here in New Mexico, and northern areas of Utah, and also southern California. Alright, got mixed precipitation over California, Oregon to Washington State to Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, and Nevada regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Wednesday. Alright, let's move on to the Thursday outlook. Okay, trying to get to it. Here is your Thursday outlook. Okay, we got shower activity up here across New Brunswick and northern Maine. More thunderstorms and showers a little bit up here off the Virginia coast, also in western North Carolina, northern Georgia. Also more thunderstorms and showers over Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, the northern Gulf, central and south Florida, Florida Keys, the Atlantic coastal waters, northwest Bahamas, some over northern Mexico. Also more activity in Arkansas and Missouri, also over California to Washington State, Oregon, Montana, Idaho, northern South Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, South Canada up here around Lake Superior, northern Michigan. There goes Hurricane Amelia over here around Bermuda. More mixed precipitation up here in Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho regions as well. Got some shower activity once again over South Dakota into portions of Kansas, North Texas, and southeast New Mexico. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Thursday. Alright, let's move on to the current watches, warning, advisory map you're locating across the nation. Okay, here we go. We still got tropical storm warnings and hurricane warnings in the Atlantic coastal water off the Maine coast all the way down to the Florida coast, out to 100 to 20 nautical miles. We got the small craft advisory gale warning from Maine all the way to the east coast of Florida. You can got some high surf warnings along the South Carolina coast. Alright, got coastal flood advisories up here around New Jersey, Delaware, eastern Virginia, eastern North Carolina. Also got some special weather statements in portions of Massachusetts, portions of Vermont. Even got some freeze warnings and frost advisories over Maine, and also portions of New Hampshire. Got some freeze watches in effect for New York State. Air quality alerts over central and east Texas. Wind advisories over here in portions of Nevada, northern California, southern Oregon. You've got some air quality alerts also in areas of Oregon State. Small craft advisory gale warning from central California to Washington State. Hawaii and Chain Island look good around the Alaska area as well. Alright, Storm Prediction Center outlook. We don't have no severe weather to talk about, so we're going to take a look at the map. This is for your Wednesday. A little bit of general thunderstorms in Washington State, Idaho, Montana, through Nebraska, all the way into Montana, a little bit across the east coast of Florida, but that's about it. Let's take a look at your Friday outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. Thursday, excuse me. Here's your Thursday outlook. General thunderstorm from Jacksonville to Florida Keys, southern Louisiana, up here in North Dakota, portion of Minnesota, Nebraska, Nevada, into portions of Montana and western Washington State. Alright, rainfall totals over the next 7 days look like this. All this heavy precipitation off the east coast. This is from Imelda. Also have a little activity maybe developing the Gulf. Could bring some heavy precipitation later in the forecast period in the central and northern Gulf. Also around Cuba, the Bahamas. And then you can see that scoops on off to the northeast. That's a portion of Imelda. Also Humberto. Heavy precipitation out in southwestern Canada, western Washington State. Pockets of heavy precipitation in California, Nevada, all the way over toward Dakota, especially over into portions of south and southeastern Canada. Maybe anywhere from a tenth to maybe a quarter to a half inch of precipitation from Louisiana to Maine, New Brunswick, over toward portion of Canada and the northwestern U.S. as well. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Tuesday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.